We've lost the words here of the Education Secretary, but I will try to imagine what he may be saying. There should, I believe, be milk for all children over the age of 6. If there was milk for all children over the age of 6, I believe COVID-19, in the words of Fatima Whitbread, could be halved. I know she's not an expert, but she is an athlete. Here's Boris Johnson, finally.
About that. I want to repeat that everyone must follow the advice to protect themselves and their families, but also, more importantly, to protect the wider public.
Please.
So stay at home for 7 days.
Stay at home for 7 days. If you want some time off work,
high temperature,
continuous new cough, and hating your workplace.
Thinks he/she has the symptoms. Avoid all unnecessary.
If you find a he/she who has symptoms,
theaters,
you should avoid them.
Work from home.
But there we go.
Wash your hands.
Advice to avoid he/she's.
We've already announced in the last few days.
Obviously, you would sing "Happy Birthday" after washing your hands,
in the weeks ahead, so that we hit
or during. I'm
25,000
not sure which.
tests a day. Huge public information
campaign
is being rolled out, so people get all the information they need. We need to protect ourselves and others. We're asking.
Oh, the FTSE's down 4.07%.
Help the NHS to cope with this unprecedented challenge.
Sorry.
And we will continue, as we have from the beginning, to do the right thing at the right time and to follow the best.
The Prime Minister there promising to do the right thing at the right time. It's become a sort of tagline, if you will, of the.
There is an important.
A lot of parents here and children will be concerned to know what's happening with schools. It's
in slowing the spread
interesting.
Of the epidemic, and that's partly because
I would have thought closing all schools would be very helpful.
Children and young people are much less vulnerable.
Interesting.
Hitherto,
I would say young people are quite vulnerable. I know when I was 5 years old, I was vulnerable, and indeed I fell out of a tree and landed on a wasp's nest, and that was absolutely terrible. The pain went on for days. So I think to say young people aren't vulnerable is not necessarily correct.
Further downward pressure on that upward curve.
The upward curve there he's referring to would be the upward curve on a graph.
Today, and Gavin Williamson is making a statement
not
now
just a general upward curve
that after
on the streets
shut their gates from Friday afternoon, they will remain closed for most pupils, for the vast majority of pupils, until further notice.
Not the problem pupils who will have to attend school.
The objective is to slow the spread of the virus, and as I say, we judge that
all the problem children to be at school at the same time to alleviate.
As I've always said, we also need to keep the NHS going and to treat the rising number of cases. So we need health workers who are also parents to continue to go to work, and we need other critical workers with children to keep doing their jobs too, from police officers who are keeping
and
us
I
safe,
believe the percentage of health workers with children is 26%.
Who are so vital. We'll be setting out
these figures came from the Department of Children on Tuesday, announced
we therefore need schools
in
to
preparation
make provision for the children of these key workers who would otherwise be forced to stay home.
Schools to be used as support for health workers, just announced by the Prime Minister.
Fewer children in the schools, and that will help us to slow the spread of
exactly.
disease.
So there will be less children in the schools, thus
critical parts of the
reducing the
economy
size of
keep
classrooms.
functioning and public services
There will
keep
be less
functioning.
children in each class,
So we're
thereby
simultaneously asking
increasing
nurseries
the
private schools
advocacy
to do
of
the same.
the
and we're providing financial
the
support
education they will receive.
We're making provisions to supply meals and vouchers for
Meals
children
on
eligible
wheels for
free
children,
school meals.
just
And
been announced.
Where some schools are already doing this, I want to make it clear that we will reimburse the cost. And of
I
course,
would
this
ask, will
does
there
mean
be free
that
milk
exams
for children?
will not take place as planned
Free milk?
in May and
Just-
June, though we will make sure that pupils get the qualifications they need and deserve for their academic
Exactly.
career. Now, I know
You
that
can't
these
have a
steps
load
will
of
not be
stupid
easy for
children
parents,
striding into the
teachers,
future
and for many parents,
out
this will
of
be
the
frustrating, and it
COVID-19
will make it harder
problem
for them
that we are
to
now
go out,
facing.
to work. And of course, that's one of the reasons that we haven't wanted to go ahead. And that's why we're now working
The Prime Minister's
on
tie here
further
looking
measures to ensure that we support
rather like
not
a
just
game
businesses,
of
but also
Tetris.
individuals and their
but a game of
families to
Tetris
keep
in
our
which
economy
all the
going,
pieces are
as
exactly
Rishi
the
Sunak,
same,
Chancellor, outlined yesterday.
and they're not falling down towards the
I
bottom of the
also need to
screen,
remind parents, as we've already advised,
which
that
is
children should
a
not be
pointless
left
game of
with
Tetris, I
older
would say.
grandparents or older relatives who may be particularly vulnerable.
But
according
the
to some of
pieces in the
vulnerable
knot
groups. And I want to, I know that's
are
going to be difficult
probably
too.
closer together
And I want to
and
thank
more
families for their
representative
sacrifice at this
of
difficult
the
time. And I want
actual
to thank
game of
the whole
Tetris.
country for the efforts that people are making to comply with these measures. I particularly want to thank teachers.
Suspected
head
COVID-19
teachers,
case must be
all
the
support
backbone
staff
of the world's
who
response
keep
to
schools
COVID-19.
going, who are going to be able to make these exceptional arrangements work for the benefit
Countries
of us all.
to implement
By
strategies
looking
to
after the
flatten
children of
curve.
key workers, they will be a critical
Virus
part of our
pandemic.
fight back
NHS England says
against
32 more people in
coronavirus.
England
And as I've
have
said,
died after testing
we
positive
will
for
take
COVID-19,
the right
bringing the
steps
total number of
at the
deaths
right time,
in the UK
guided
to
by the science.
104.
We believe that the steps we've already taken, together with those I'm announcing today, are already slowing the spread of the disease. But we will not hesitate
No.
to go further and faster
Further
in the
and
days
faster.
and weeks ahead. And we will do whatever
Further,
it takes
faster,
so that we beat it together.
so we beat
And I'm
it
now going
together.
to,
And the Prime Minister there is banging the table
to give an update
in order
from
to
Sage's
make
point of view.
his
Thank you.
words
Overriding consideration, as always,
understood.